Hi, this is Around the House with Kay and Tom. When you've had a hard day at work, you want to get home, fix some dinner, don't want to waste a lot of time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some sloppy joes tonight. I have a pound of ground beef chuck. I'm going to use ketchup, chili powder, a little bit of salt, a little bit of Worcestershire sauce, and an onion. And just a little bit of brown sugar. Matter of fact, 2 tablespoons full of brown sugar. So it's going to be a medium onion, just diced up, a cup of ketchup, a tablespoonful of chili powder, a teaspoonful of salt, a tablespoonful of Worcestershire sauce, and 2 tablespoons full of brown sugar. You'll also need half a cup of water. Sometimes you need a little bit more, but usually half a cup will do. So the first thing we're going to do is just chop up our onions, and I'm going to put it in the frying pan with just a little bit of butter and let it be sauteing just a little bit. I just dice my onions up. I like them diced a little bit small. This is one of those recipes that sometimes there's no rhyme or reason how you do everything. I have made this so many times for my kids as they were growing up. So let's just get our onions in the pan right quick. Okay, this was a medium-sized onion, but it was wound up being a cup after I cut it up. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take our frying pan. I'm going to put a little bit of butter in mine. You can spread if you'd rather have it sprayed. And we're just going to saute the onions just a little bit. I'm going to put it on my eye, and we'll go over there and work on it in just a moment. And when my onions get a little bit soft, I will add the ground beef and the rest of my ingredients. But in the meantime, we're going to mix up everything. So what we're going to start off with, a cup of ketchup. If you'd rather have tomato sauce, you can use tomato sauce. If you'd rather have tomato sauce, you can use tomato sauce. Okay, we're just going to take the cupful of ketchup. And like I say, now you can use tomato sauce. I have actually used just a can of Campbell's soup, just tomato soup. And it turned out real good. We're going to have a tablespoonful of chili powder, two tablespoons full of brown sugar, good thing about this is not a lot of dishes messed up. 1 tablespoonful of Worcestershire sauce, 1 teaspoonful, I can find it, there we go, 1 teaspoonful of nothing but salt. I don't usually add salt, but you got to have a little salt. And let's sort of stir this up and get it all mixed in together. And you need a half a cup of water. And sometimes you need a little bit more, but start off with, don't just do a half a cup of water. And get that all stirred in. Now we're going to go over here and we're going to take up our onions right quick. They are definitely soft. And we're going to put the hamburger and cook the hamburger. Like I say, this really is a quick dinner. And just break up the hamburger a little bit in your pan. cook it until your hamburger gets done. It's beginning to brown just a little bit. Around the house with Kay and Tom. I very seldom cook anything on the stove, but I just had some hamburger and I wanted to cooked up. And the good thing about this is that you can freeze this, so it will be good for another time. It looks like my hamburger is done. Now I have a lot of grease in here, so I'm going to drain this off, a little bit of it. There we go. We're going to put the onions back in there. We'll blend everything. And we're going to put our ketchup, brown sugar, Worcestershire sauce, chili powder, a little bit of salt, and your water. Now I do not need any more water in mine. Now I've only got a pound of hamburger in here, so if you use more hamburger you probably might need more water in it. This looks to be about like the texture that I wanted. Just want to make sure it's all stirred together. And I'm going to cut it on simmer. I put a lid on it and let it simmer just for a few minutes, maybe 5 minutes, or you can cut it on low and it will be ready whenever you're ready for dinner. And again, this is nothing in the world but sloppy joes, and they are sloppy. I can definitely tell you that they are sloppy, but it will thicken up just a little bit. I have some rolls, and when we get ready, it's just some hamburger rolls, buns. When we get ready to eat, I've always sort of put them in the toaster and toast them a little bit, but a lot of people don't do anything but just take them out of the package and put the meat on it, and that's it. But I have noticed that if you toast it just a little bit, the juice doesn't run all the way through the rolls. It won't get soggy. So to me it's better. And that is one quick dinner around the house with Kay and Tom. French fries is good with this. A lot of people like mashed potatoes and put this over the top of the mashed potatoes. So we'll fix this sloppy joe sandwich, and that will be our dinner. Okay, this has been simmering probably 5 minutes. Let's just see what it's, it's thickening up. Very good. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to toast a bun and fix me a sloppy joe sandwich. It really thickened up quite a lot. I've got my bun in the toaster, and we'll fix this a sloppy joe sandwich in just a few seconds. Okay, I've now toasted my buns, and we're just going to put us some, boy, it is hot. Now you can put a piece of cheese on top of your, if you like, but I think tonight I'm just going to leave it just like it is. And this is nothing in the world but sloppy joe sandwich. Very simple. Around the house with Kay and Tom. Hope you enjoyed this little short video. Really simple, nothing, just really simple what you've got in your cabinet at home. Just get you a pound of hamburger and you're all set. And like I say, let it cool. You can freeze it. You can keep it in the refrigerator for a couple of days. And give me your comments. Come back to see me. And have a good day.